your garbage or your trees or all your crap that you destroy illegally and then push it into a lake for other people to clean up. But most of all, it just goes to show how much of a non-environmentalist person, specifically because you're a vegetarian, and these things don't even cross your mind, destroying animals' homes, and then thinking that you're in the right by just pushing it all into a lake with a tractor. This is what they used in the state case, which pretty much, you can't argue against this. This is incriminating.
What's today's date? August 10th, 5 p.m. 2016. 18. All the metadata is in the video anyway. So category 2 wetland. There's a 100-foot buffer from the edge of the wetland for development. Need a permit at the very least in mitigation for clearing.
If you destroy wetlands without giving the proper approvals or permits, and you destroy a bunch, you change the infrastructure of the ground, how water is placed and how water soaks into the ground around the houses and the homes and the area. Thus, you can cause damage to any other houses or even your own property by doing this, thus devaluing what your property is worth, because now you've created some sort of pathway through mud and water that allows it to seep into under your home or even your backyard even more than it should. Destroying wetlands can cause mudslides, which we've had in Washington State, that have actually killed people. The reason I'm explaining this is because I want to just express that this is not some little dinky, oh, I just chopped down a tree, the state wants to sue me. This is way more than that. But Greg is not somebody who can comprehend any wrongdoing, so what does he do? He hires a lawyer. The court eventually, the court date gets moved. Greg wants to appeal and say that he did nothing wrong, that he was just cutting out blackberry bushes when there's video surveillance of him doing otherwise. When he had multiple different neighbors say, hey, you can't be doing this, when he had a court-ordered stop what you're doing from the state of Washington, still does it what he's doing. So December 20th comes along, and they settle. Now, I'm not going to show you the entire court paperwork. Let me just say is that Greg is in a heap of trouble financially because he has agreed with his settlement that he has to pay for all the damages that he did to the wetlands specifically. This means replanting trees. This means and undoing everything that he's done. That means hiring somebody who works with wetlands professionally, which, if you know anything about those people who come and assess property damage and things like that, they're really, really expensive. And he has to pay for all the replantations and fixing everything until the state of Washington is satisfied. Agrees that it will implement and perform the plan to Pierce County's satisfaction and in compliance with all applicable laws. Mitigation plan to be completed by professional wetland consultant within 45 days of the effective date of this agreement plan period. The citizen who filed for the concern had some very good photos and video of their illegal activity and was willing to attend the hearing to verify their validity, which allowed me to include them in my staff report, which I think helped Mr. Avero's lawyer realize it was better to settle than to go forward with an appeal. In addition, the county's prosecuting attorney decided to send Mr. Avero's lawyer the patron-only YouTube video sent to the county by several citizens of Mr. Aoterra cutting down trees, which was equally helpful. Multiple people came forward with evidence showcasing that what Greggy Poo was saying was bull crap. That it was just him playing the victim, him spewing his lies, in hopes that he wouldn't have to take accountability for him destroying actual wetland property and affecting the people around him. And can I ask, why would you change this? This is gorgeous. This is beautiful. What possesses someone with a small brain like Greggy Poo to just wipe this all out and push it into the lake? Like, you gotta be... Something is not clear in this man's head. When the state tells you to stop doing something, you stop. But you know, Greg likes to make everything into a video, so he incriminated himself here. He makes a YouTube video, they use that in court, and he realizes that there's no way, his lawyer anyway, and this is not even including the lawyer fees that he has to pay, because all the fees that come along with hiring this, you know, wetlands professional replanting is going to be astronomical, and roughly between $30,000 to $50,000 just to fix the damage he's done. That is not including the legal